Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, I am going to discuss an important topic learning from the failure, turning setbacks into opportunities as a part of Rehan Training Institute. So, today I will discuss with the chat GPT and ask questions from the chat GPT about the failure and learning from the failure and how to turn setbacks into the opportunities. So the failure is the something everyone experience at some point in life, whether it is in school, work, business, or personal goal. Setbacks are natural part of the journey, but failure does not define us. Our response to does. Every successful person has faced challenges, made mistakes, and experienced disappointment. Instead of giving up, they learn valuable lessons, improve their skills, and came back stronger. Failure is not the end of the road, it is an opportunity to grow, build resilience, and discover new ways to success. In the today discussion, we will explore how changing our mindset can help us transform failure into stepping stone towards success. So we will ask the question from the chat GPT and the chat GPT will answer us. Hello,
Hey, how are you doing this morning?
I am good. Today our topic is uh,
Okay.
failure and learning from failure and how to turning setbacks into opportunities. So I will start with first question by that. What does failure mean to you, and why do people often fear it?
Hmm. Well, failure usually just means not hitting the outcome you were aiming for on the first try. But fear of it, that usually comes from thinking failure defines you. Like it says something about who you are instead of what just happened in that moment. And a lot of people fear judgment, embarrassment, or losing momentum when things don't go to plan.
Can failure actually help us grow
Go
and
ahead.
become more successful? How?
Absolutely. When you treat failure as feedback, you start asking better questions like what actually worked? What didn't? That reflection builds grit, perspective, and creativity. Basically, it can turn a rough moment into a training ground. The key is reflection, not just pushing forward blindly. You try, you notice, you adjust.
What are some valuable lessons that people can learn from their mistakes?
Hmm. One big one is spotting patterns, like where you consistently slip. Another is that discomfort often points to where growth is waiting. And maybe most importantly, you learn that mistakes aren't permanent stains, they're temporary data points, useful if you actually look at them.
So, how can maintaining a positive mindset help someone recover from failure?
positive mindset can keep you from turning one setback into a whole story about you not being good enough. It makes it easier to take responsibility without self blame. So you're more likely to try again, tweak the approach, and notice small wins. It doesn't mean pretending everything's fine. It's more like, okay, that didn't work. Now, what's the next smart step? That shift makes recovery faster, steadier, and more sustainable.
Why is resilience important when facing setback in life or at work?
Resilience is what keeps you from staying stuck. It helps you absorb the hit, learn from it, and keep moving without burning out. At work, that might mean adapting to change instead of fighting it. In life, it means you don't make the setback your identity. That way, you keep your energy for what you can do next instead of replaying what went wrong.
Can you share an example of a famous person who turned failure into success and what can we learn from their journey?
Let me think. Well, one classic example is J.K. Rowling. Before Harry Potter took off, she faced rejections and setbacks, but she kept refining her work until someone believed in it. What we can learn, success rarely arrives without detours. The lesson isn't fail more, it's learn deliberately, adapt, and stay in the game. Failure is a pit stop, not the finish line.
How can a teacher, mentor, and family support to someone who has faced failure?
They can start by listening without rushing to fix it. Simple things matter. Saying, I believe you can handle this. Then helping them spot what did work, even a little. So confidence has something solid to grow from. Also, set realistic expectations. Don't demand instant success. Celebrate steady progress and remind them mistakes don't cancel their potential. They actually train it.
What role does continuous learning and self improvement playing in overcoming setbacks?
They make setbacks less paralyzing. When learning is the habit, a setback just becomes information. You ask, what can I tweak? Instead of, am I done? That mindset compounds over time. It builds adaptability, patience, and that quiet confidence that you can figure things out even after a stumble.
So, what practical step can someone take after experience a failure to move forward with confidence?
Start by naming what actually happened factually without the self insult part. Then pick one small specific action you can try next. Something almost too easy to skip. Do that step, evaluate, adjust. Tiny wins add up, and each one rebuilds trust in yourself. Confidence rarely returns in a leap. It tiptoes back, step by step.
Okay, thank you for your time, and all the listeners, thank you for watching us.
Thanks for sharing the time with me today.